When it comes to mentoring local children and providing support for area families, the West Springfield Boys and Girls Club certainly stands out. Joining me now for this month's Community Corner segment, sponsored by PeoplesBank, are Sarah Calabrese, Resource Development Director at the West Springfield Boys and Girls Club, and PeoplesBank Senior Vice President James Sherbo. Good morning to you both. Thank you for joining me.
Hi, glad to be here.
Thanks for having us.
Of course. Sarah, to start out a little bit, explain to me what the West Springfield Boys and Girls Club is.
Yeah, so the West Springfield Boys and Girls Club has been a staple in the community for more than 100 years. Wow. Yes.
More than 100 years.
Yes, that's right. Yep.
Wow.
So we provide services to members ages 2.9 all the way to 18 years old.
Okay.
Yep. So our most popular programs are before and after school care. We have enrichment clubs. We have summer camp, vacation week programs. So there's really something for every child.
And James, how does PeoplesBank get involved, and why is it important for you all to do so?
Well, their logo, I think, kind of says it all. Great futures start here, and I think we all understand that. As our communities strive, we strive. So our children are our future, right? So I think that's just so important, all the good work that they do. We got involved because we understand the importance of the work, and we're here. We're in the community, and we understand the value.
And how long has PeoplesBank been involved?
I've been personally involved for about 10 years now.
Wow.
The bank's been involved longer than that. But yeah, I've been on the board for about 10 years.
And what events are happening there? What programs are being offered?
Yeah, so one of our greatest programs happening, actually gearing back up for the fall, are our enrichment club programs, and PeoplesBank is a proud sponsor of our enrichment clubs. Those are really cool because they're focused around STEAM. So science, technology, engineering, arts, and math.
Okay.
And so those programs, we run them after school. But we don't just run them at the Main Street Club. We run them at satellite sites throughout the West Springfield Public Schools.
Okay.
So children can easily transition from the classroom into those enrichment clubs. So Jim's been over to the club. He's seen our newly renovated STEAM room. Yep, it's very bright open space. Yeah.
No, it's great.
Yeah.
And what is being offered in this room? You said it's newly renovated, so how has it changed?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's very welcoming. There's a lot of space for various activities. One day we could be running Slime Club, which is our go-go goop club, and then we can, jump into our exploration and creation class, and children can create their own fossils and make their own, prehistoric environments. So it's very, so many different activities, like I said, can happen there.
And why would you say it's important for these kids to get that introduction to science and technology and all of the different organizations that are offered?
Well, that's just something that the West Springfield Boys and Girls Club has been doing for decades. I mean, we try to offer programs that entice, a variety of interests, and something that a child might not learn in the classroom or at home, they can learn it in the Boys and Girls Club. And Jim knows that from a personal experience. I mean, you've been connected to the club for a long time.
I have, yeah. I was a club kid myself, and after-school programs and every summer. And
wow.
And I look back at the activities that we did when I was there, and how so much it has changed, over the years. And kids now are working on projects with 3D printers and things like that. So it's amazing, really, how they've kept up with the technology, really to prepare the kids for their future.
And having the experience and knowledge that you do, being a kid who used to do the programs yourself, how is the funding important? Oh,
it's critically important. We have several funders, and they're all important. Couldn't do the work without them. Certainly couldn't do it without them. And not just the funding, but the volunteerism, right? So it's really the hours that we put in, the volunteers, the helping with the projects and with the events. That's just as important as the funding.
And what is the reaction from the kids when they're there and they're involved and they're learning?
Oh, I mean, they're just so excited because we're constantly trying to bring, something new and engaging and educational to them year after year. So they're just so happy to walk in the doors.
And I know it's just about summer for so many kids,
yes.
But it is important to start thinking about the fall for some programs and preparing for the next school year already.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, summer camp is right around the corner, so we have 8 weeks of fun there.
If you do, and then the after school and before school programs kick back in again, and that again, that's just as critical for the kids that can't get to the club.
Right. And what is going on over the summer?
Over the summer, so 8 weeks, every single week is themed. Field trips are back, which is super exciting. You know, we have different water activities, archery, sports. We have summer brain gain, so that helps to minimize summer learning loss. But I'm not going to give it all away. So.
There's some prizes too.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Well,
yeah.
if someone is interested, you know, where can they find the information to sign up either for the summer activities or even what is coming this fall?
Yeah, just simply visit our website, wsbgclub.org. You can call the number there on the screen or get in touch with me or Jim, really.
Either one, sure.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Well, thank you both for joining me and telling me about the Boys and Girls Club.
Thanks for having us.
Of course, thank you. And again, for more details on how you can get involved and help the West Springfield Boys and Girls Club, visit wsbgclub.org. And to learn more about Peoples Bank and their community involvement, go to bank@peoples.com. This segment was sponsored by Peoples Bank.